To the citizens of the Republic of the Gambia. Greetings to the citizens of the sister Republic of Senegal. Greetings to the citizens of the respective ECOWAS member states. Greetings to the citizens of the entire continent of Africa. The same greetings are being extended to other regions, people, societies, groups, families, individuals who have taken the decision to stand up against tyranny, terrorism, repression, oppression, domination, segregation, isolation, injustice, and the abuse of human rights. On our session today, this is your brother, Isa Bokarr say. This is what we are going to delve into during our program today. Economic intelligence, what some millionaires or small medium enterprises or other business entities are looking for when they mention infrastructure. During a session I had with some people here is what I gathered, which can help us understand the mindset of investors, especially those from developed countries like the United States of America, China, South Africa, and the like, just to name a few. It can indeed add to what we can use to entice investors forthwith. We must start working now, not later. Gambians, we all know, have suffered enough. Therefore, to alleviate that, we must start working now, not later. Gambians need jobs and stable lives as a better guarantee. Change, of course, should begin with self-worth and enhancing the lives of the people, especially those we are all claiming to represent, and the people we all say were oppressed by Yahya Jammeh for 22 years. Replacing services with this service is definitely not a guarantee that hope can help us maintain, as hope itself is not a plan. Now, as I said earlier, change should begin with self-worth and enhancing the lives of the people, particularly where access to resources is guaranteed. Then access to resources is the key. Now we enumerate them with the following analysis associated with each item. 1. Electricity. Investors want to be reassured that there will be 24/7 electricity service or supply when they come to install their factories or processing plants, etc. The alpha and omega of investment and dependability on services is definitely electricity. 2. Transportation. Reliable transportation to and from the Gambia by sea and air to begin with. The same should be within the Gambia. Traveling to a place like Basse from Banjul should not take more than 4 hours with a good road network and reliable transportation. Now, businessmen and women are not tourists. They are after making money where effective services supported by infrastructure is guaranteed. Investors do look at places where airlines are plying the route non-stop, and a place where the airport is on the list of the safest landing points in the world to begin with. Investors from places like the United States of America and other places, including even distant India and China, are looking for reliable services like FedEx and UPS, who can assure them of fast and secure delivery. Well, they also want to make sure there are spare parts stores. If not, fishing companies in the United States of America would ask questions like this one. How long would it take for one to order a spare part or spare parts and get it or get them delivered to the Gambia from states like Louisiana and Rhode Island, just to give specifics. 3, water. Being one of the most essential things in life, if not the most. Companies want to know if they will have access to clean and, of course, reliable water supply, especially the hotel industry or companies involved in farming and or gardening. Things like maintaining milk factories and the like also requires constant water supply. That is just to name a few. 4 is schools. Investors are also after places where people are educated, likewise have skills to use when hired. In most cases, local hires would cost less than those brought in from a third country. They would also want to know if their own families or even workers from countries that use other languages or which are different from English can be trained to use English at work or within the Gambia. Hospitals. As it is a law governing employer-employee relations, a reliable health service is paramount for investors. When they hire people, it is their duty to insure them or at best make sure they are protected. Once there are reliable health facilities, investors would be running away from spending or won't be running away from spending a lot to evacuate a wounded or sick worker to another country. Imagine if a factory was to operate in the Gambia today and somebody is wounded or falls on wet tiles. It could lead to a point where the person must be evacuated to Dakar. No investor would come to the Gambia knowing that if they keep transporting or evacuating people to Dakar within a month, it may cost them more than what they are earning, and that will not continue. The economic intelligence is one of the most important avenues, especially for countries that are coming from the cold, like the Gambia, which was under a 22-year rule of a tyranny, and then just has begun a new era. Therefore, economic intelligence is one of the most important avenues. Intelligence is not only about writing reports on the activities of opponents or critics. That is not intelligence gathering. Thank you very much, brothers and sisters. This is your brother Isa Bokarr.